Welcome to Old Roommates. Today on the show, we revisit 1995's Clueless. So, get ready for a rousing game of suck and blow and floor it to the freeway. The episode is about to begin.
Welcome, everyone, to Old Roommates, the only podcast that revisits pop culture through a middle-aged lens. This is Christina.
And this is Brian.
And we are revisiting Clueless, which is actually pretty appropriate. I don't know if you saw the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, the commercial for...
they revisited this as a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, she looked pretty good.
She looked amazing.
Yeah.
She looked great.
Yeah. Was this year? It was
95.
1995.
Yeah.
So what is that, 30 years ago?
She is 46 right now, Alicia Silverstone.
I'm asking how old the movie is.
I don't know.
It was
2023.
Well,
Well, you figure it out. You figure it out.
Do the math.
2023, 2005, 2015.
So about 30 years.
28 years ago.
28 years. So fine. You could have just said yes.
You could have figured it out yourself.
Why are you being so argumentative?
Oh my God.
You're trying to debate
We
me
begin.
right now?
Did you already say the tagline or no?
You know what? Why don't you rewind this and find out, okay?
This is going well.
So I'm just saying, it was nice to see her, and she looks great.
Amazing.
And it was like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really cute. Really cute little commercial. Brian.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with Clueless? What's going on? You look confused. You look very confused.
The math isn't... Oh, I understand.
95.
No, you're right. Because, you said...
05, 15, 23 would be 30 years.
You got
minus 2.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that how you do your math in your head?
You know what, Christina?
Are you still using your fingers?
So I'm eating a ginger chew.
Clueless? You know it starts with you. Why'd you plop a ginger chew in your mouth?
Clueless is one of my favorite... Well, it was one of my favorite movies of the 90s. I loved Clueless. I had it on VHS. I had the soundtrack. I watched it I just love this movie. I love it. I've probably seen it a million times. I had not seen it in probably 15 years or so, 20 years.
So how'd you feel about it?
No. Don't we turn to you?
No, it was like our little joke, and you say I hated it.
I hated it, yeah.
You're off today.
I thought you meant it was like, how do we feel about it now?
Okay. So I also liked this movie. I didn't see it in a movie theater, but I did watch it on probably HBO or something like that. And I actually really liked this movie too. I thought it was cute and funny and unique, and I thought she was really good in it. Mm-hmm. And I actually liked the whole cast. I just thought it was a fun little movie to watch. Nothing too serious. Not a big fan of the Ty character back then. Mm-hmm. But aside from her, I felt like it was a really cute movie. I don't know if I watched it too many times after that. I mean, mm-hmm. It was kind of cute. It was probably the background from here, mm-hmm. From time and again. But yeah, I liked this movie.
Did you like it?
No, I hated it. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it, yeah.
So let's talk about now. When did you rewatch this movie?
I rewatched this 3 nights ago.
Okay.
I was very, very nervous. We've talked about this on the podcast where one of our favorite movies, a movie we love, and we have to revisit it. And it's like, oh God, what if I don't like it? It's going to break my heart. And hook, line, and sinker. I was laughing, loving it. The dialogue, sometimes I caught myself reciting the dialogue at the same time they were. It is, there's a couple of things we'll discuss, but Dion and I are friends because we know what it's like to have people be jealous of us.
Yeah.
But there's just so much. Alicia Silverstone. So when this was over, I instantly Googled the awards, if any, that she'd won for this role.
Sure.
She did win National Board of Review for Breakout Star. She won...
and this was this one of our
for Clueless.
No, one of our first movies?
Yes, it was, yeah. She'd done, obviously, the Aerosmith stuff,
Oh, right.
But she won an American Comedy Award. She won a Blockbuster Movie Award. She won an MTV Award. But she didn't even get nominated for a Golden Globe or any sort of more, say, prestigious, non-teen centric type award.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say, I've seen a lot of movies in my life.
You have.
I think this is pretty much as brilliantly perfect a comedic performance, especially as a lead character.
Yes.
Cher, there's times that Cher is so daffy. She almost seems like she'd be the best friend, the daffy best friend, and not the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia Silverstone is so amazing in this. It's an amazing performance. It's so good. And that's instantly what I mean. It was just like instant. She appears on screen till the end. Like really great.
Yeah, and
performance.
she's in. I think is she in every scene?
And it seems that way. Yeah.
I can't think of any that she's not in.
True.
Oh, there's a couple maybe with Paul Rudd and the father.
Oh right.
But aside from that, I mean, she's in the 90% of the movie.
That's actually a really good note. I didn't catch that, but yeah, she's playing the whole thing.
I agree. I thought she was really, really good in it too. I enjoyed watching it. I watched it with Emily. She wanted to watch it with me.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually did this time. So that was lovely.
That's huge.
Yeah.
But did she like it?
She did. I wasn't sure
Yeah.
if she would. Like, you never know with a teenager.
Well,
right?
it's also quite a bit. I mean, it's a bit dated.
It's a little dated. We were laughing at a couple things like, look at the size of the cell phones and things like that. But even that, like, I felt like the cell phones were ahead of its time. Like, I was surprised everybody had one. But they are supposed to be very rich
kids,
too.
yeah.
But anyway, no, and she's a huge Paul Rudd fan too. So I'm like,
okay.
well, I wonder how she's gonna feel. But we were laughing at like how young he was.
But he looks the same.
He does not
Oh my god, he
age.
doesn't age at all.
He does not age. But I also enjoyed it. I was also a bit nervous because I'm like, this could go really badly.
Right.
But I liked it. I mean, it's such an easy movie to like. It's just fun. It's, she's so self-absorbed and just so, like, matter of fact, but she's such a positive presence.
She has values, very strong ones, and whether you agree with them or not, you respect her because she has them. Like,
Yes.
there's no weed. No weed,
Right.
like, once in a while at a party is one thing, but I'm not going to load up and hang out on the grass over there. No immature high school boys.
Right.
Fitness and health are important. She reads a book. She exercises once, all these
When
things.
she takes care of her
She
father.
has a trainer. She takes care of her dad and his health, plucking the lemon off the tree in his office. She has a trainer. She has a massage therapist. She has self-care. She has like a team of self-care,
Yes.
self-care staff. And she helps people.
Yes. She loves helping people.
Mm-hmm.
And even the schoolwork stuff, the debates. Like, she feels like she's doing the assignment.
That is her point of view. She's not
This is
wrong.
her argument.
Right.
She's given it some thought.
Yeah.
It may not be traditional in the way that you would argue something.
Right.
But she believes in things and she's willing to fight for those beliefs.
It's how
really
she
great.
looks at the world.
Yes.
And I think like the character she's a great character. I mean, even things like even with the stuff with her mom when her mom died of a routine liposuction.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, I saw this in the movie theater with
Yeah.
and I'm not saying the name. We know a lot of the same people, but it's like she was like, you like that movie? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I don't know, it just didn't seem like it would be like your kind of movie. I'm like, it's a funny comedy with like smart, sassy, women.
And you had a comment about this same particular person who had a comment about a movie.
No, that was Chrissy.
Oh,
I should probably change. But my point was that I think people think on the surface, I think people think it's a very like dumb movie, but it's very smart.
It is smart.
It's like making fun of a lot of this stuff.
Yes.
Like, and it's like, but I think why it works is because Cher does have, her name's Cher Horowitz in the movie. Like, she does have these very strong feelings through a very kind of privileged, wealthy, sort of dim-witted lens in some ways of what's important,
Right. And then she even doubles down on that later in the movie when she's like, I'm gonna do more, and so she goes through all her clothes and she's like donating all the food from her so she even though she already has a lot of those values, she steps it up.
Yeah.
So.
Well, bring like the ski equipment is always funny to me.
Oh,
And
that's
she's
so
like,
funny.
the only thing they lost their sporting gear too, which is a totally valid point. They probably did.
Very valid. What was the line? Oh, we were both named after great singers of the past who now do infomercials.
Do you remember Cher's infomercial?
Yeah, it was with that woman. It
Lori Davies, the hair care.
Yes.
And Dionne Warwick was Psychic Friends.
Psychic Friends,
yeah.
for sure.
Great. I mean, just a lot of good stuff in this. Josh, Paul Rudd's character, enters the picture, and they have this very sparring. They're annoyed by each other, and it's very clear as to why. He's like a do-gooder, Greenpeacer. Although, big negative.
Uh-oh.
Did you see the scene where he's making a sandwich? And how he just leaves everything out. The mayonnaise, the meat.
Really?
Mayonnaise, the meat, the cheese, the bread.
I didn't even notice
He doesn't even tie the bread bag back up. He leaves it for like Lucy, the maid, clearly. And that's like, it really bothered me. I'm like, he's supposed to be this like nice guy, and he's like kind of obnoxious. Like, he just like left it, like everything out on the counter. It was super weird.
That is weird.
Let's see. I did laugh out loud with she gets, her dad yells and is like, Cher, come in here. And that's a new one for me. When I watched this back then, I didn't like the casting of the dad, Dan Hedaya, from Cheers. Right? He's in Cheers. Right?
He's
doing Carla's,
yeah.
Yeah. And I wasn't crazy about him. I thought he was just going to stick out like a sore thumb. I wasn't into it. This time around, through my middle-aged lens, I thought he was great. I thought the casting was so fun.
I thought he was great too.
Yeah. And he's like, he's like, what's this? She's like, second notice on 3 outstanding tickets. She's like, I don't remember getting a first notice. He's like, the ticket's the first notice. Or when Ty's like, Cher goes, hey, Daddy, this is my friend Ty. Get out of my chair. And it's funny that it's Ty because she's so jumpy anyway. Oh my God. I just loved it.
Yeah.
I laughed a lot.
My one of my favorite characters is Dion.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved her scene with Murray. Like just the fighting and the band.
God.
I just thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
Just all that fighting, but then, they make up.
Yeah.
And they're fighting again. And I love the Cher's like, all right, bye. Like
So I think they've seen that Ike and Tina Turner movie one too many times. I did think,
but I mean, a negative for me was
Oh.
definitely the Ty character.
Still, why?
I don't know. She annoyed me so much.
Okay.
And I don't know what it was about her. She was just too much for me, I think. She could have
Well, like facial expressions, what? Like
everything,
what?
all of it. Her voice, her facial expressions, just even like the dialogue. I just did not enjoy that character at all.
I'm gathering that.
Mm-hmm.
Even when she would fall or get hit by a shoe, and
I mean, it was fine. I think it would have been a fine movie without her. To be honest, I don't think she added much to the table.
well,
the movie.
I think Cher had to see the monster she was creating and realizing like, oh, there's a fine line between the way Ty's behaving and the way I'm behaving.
Yeah.
I thought the scene where, what's the pot smoking guy.
Oh,
Who's
Elton?
great. No, the other guy when he is the 12-step program.
Oh, I liked
I don't
him.
remember his name, but like he really liked Ty.
Yes.
She liked him, but then like because Cher said no, don't waste your time with him, and then it's all kind of exposed at the table. Like, oh, don't the Lodies hang out on the grass over there? And he's like shot down. And he looks at Cher, and Cher looks back at him, and she's like, "Oh my God, that was so rude! Like you don't say it to someone's face." Like, and I think that she had to, I mean, it was so just like anything else. It's like a plot device. It's like she has to see like the flip side. For example, Ty's dangling off the mall ledge.
Yes.
And Cher's thing is like not so much like she's mad that Ty's being so generic because she's not using her powers for good. She's not using it for any kind of stepping stone or anything like that. She's using it for attention, and that's not why Cher uses it.
Got it.
You know.
Yeah, no, I understand why she was there. I just felt like the character was just, I don't know, over the top.
So,
I just didn't like her.
How about the performance?
I think it was the performance I didn't really love. I honestly think it was the performance. I think she like overdid it.
R.I.P. Brittany Murphy.
I know.
I liked
Brittany
her.
Yeah, it was Brittany Murphy. No, I know, and I liked Brittany Murphy in other things. I just didn't really care for her in this one. So that's that. And I understand why they have her in the movie. I understand all of that, Brian. Okay, you don't have to mansplain it to me.
Oh
I just didn't care for it.
How dare you?
Did you notice who Elton was?
Yeah. Jeremy Sisto?
Yeah, from 6 Feet Under.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was also in a movie I loved called Grand Canyon.
Oh, yeah. You loved
Much
that.
younger then.
You loved that movie.
I did love that movie.
You mentioned that movie a lot.
D, don't you want to use your popularity for a good cause? No.
Oh my gosh.
D was very funny.
Searching for a boy in high school is as useless as finding meaning in a Pauly Shore movie. Funny. And then this whole thing with her and Christian was so cute. Funny enough, we're watching it, and then Emily goes, I'm guessing that he's gay.
Oh my God, at what point? At what point?
It was not immediately, but it was, I forget when it was. I think it was early-ish. I think it might have been like the date when she fell off the bed. I think that's right after she fell off the bed. She's like, I'm guessing that he's gay? And I'm like, interesting that she picked up on it so quickly. I don't think I did when I first watched the movie.
Christina, I didn't either.
Yeah.
I remember being like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I just thought like something was wrong with her. Like it was just weird. Like, and it was, she couldn't figure it out. Like, I mean.
Do you mean that her hair got flat, or that she stumbled into bad lighting?
Or that she wasn't taking his interest seriously.
Yeah. It was nice enough. I busted out laughing for quite a while when Dion accidentally drove onto the freeway. That scene is so funny, and it reminded me of our past. Do you remember when I lived in Holbrook, and we would go out to Boston, and we would be on Route 3, and we would have to cut across Route 3 to get onto 93. And it was like a quarter of a mile to do it. And you had to cut across like 3 lanes of traffic. And every time we did it, we'd be like,
we would scream.
Scream. Oh my gosh, it reminded me so much of that. But it was dying. And I remember that remember that when you first got your license and you were like on the highway? The first time I was on the highway, I was terrified, and there was a bit of traffic, and an ambulance came up behind me, and I was like, like, what do? I'm supposed to pull over. Am I supposed to pull over on a highway? I don't understand. Like, what am I supposed to do? I was so nervous, and all worked out.
Oh my God.
I forget what I did, but
yeah.
It's so relatable. It was so damn funny.
It's so damn funny because but I remember being younger watching that and being like, oh my God, it really is scary. And I watch it now, I'm like, nothing is happening.
No, nothing.
The only thing that happens, the old woman gives them the middle finger.
Oh, that was
so funny. But they're like, when he's like, what the hell? What the hell? Yo, you're going on the freeway. Oh my God, it's
take a look.
The timing. The timing, the emotion is so damn funny. And they're fighting, you're right. Like when she's ever like, it's like, I'm keeping it real. And she's like, Murray, who cares? I'm the one that has to look at you.
Right?
Oh my God, it's so funny. I'm calling your mother.
He's trying to be all big and bad. He's like, calling her a woman. She's like, you don't call me woman? I love the fights are so good. I love
so
the
good.
Fights. And he's great in it. Donald Faison,
yeah. From Scrubs. He's really, really good.
And he was in a new commercial on Super Bowl Sunday with his Zach, from Scrubs.
Zach Braff, yeah.
Yeah.
I did not watch the Super Bowl. I didn't watch any of the commercials, and I didn't watch the Rihanna concert.
I was forced.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and you didn't miss anything.
Right.
The halftime show.
Well, I mean, she is pregnant. She needs to give her a break, Christina.
If she can't perform pregnant, then she shouldn't be signing on to performing.
And we just lost 75% of
Hey, I was pregnant and I had to work. But you know what? I didn't take an aerobics class.
Christina,
I'm just saying. You need to.
If you're suggesting,
your job is to entertain people.
Yeah.
And the Super Bowl halftime show is one of the biggest venues.
Yeah.
It's like, it's an honor to be on that stage. You should be performing to your.
Let's not go crazy with it's an honor. I wonder if Janet Jackson would feel that way.
I'm sure. Please.
Listen.
They don't pay them. You know they don't get paid.
If you're suggesting...
It's all for promotion.
Well, are you on Rihanna's side or not?
I'm not on her side because I think she phoned it in. I don't think it was a good performance.
Oh, my God.
I'm just saying.
I didn't watch it, so I can't really comment, but somehow I still think you're wrong.
Oh. How surprising.
Excuse me, my shoes. So, at the party... Ruin my new shoes, why don't you? And she runs into the kitchen... And she grabs a paper towel and it flies out of her hand. Total blooper. And the noise she makes when she drops the paper towel, I'm like, I am so glad they left this in. Because there's no way. She dropped it by accident, you can tell. Yeah. But she saves it by going like, ooh! It's so effing... I think I watched it 3 times. Because it's like, just the whole thing like, excuse me, my shoes! Oh my God.
Funny. And I liked how she was like so kind to him afterwards. She's like, "Oh, that was just so last year.
Yeah,
last year's model."
Like shoes. Amazing moment that I really didn't catch the first several times I watched this.
Yeah.
She's talking about Ty and Elton.
Yeah.
Right, and how proud she is, and the line she says is, "Love was." It's narrated. She goes, "Love was everywhere." And the guy is like puking in the pool at the same time.
Oh my God, that was so funny. I noticed that too.
Funny. So damn funny.
That was so good. And I loved the narration throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
I did love it. And sometimes I'm not a big fan of it in the rewatches, but I really liked it. And I'm glad there was so much of it. Like it was throughout the whole movie. Mm-hmm. And I think that really added to it because you're thinking her thoughts, hearing her thoughts. But
okay.
So go ahead.
I did laugh out loud when Ty got hit with the shoe. I also laughed again when she sits up and hits her head on the hanging light. I don't know, it worked for me. I really, really liked it. I thought it was really funny. She waves to Ty. She's like, "Oh, there's my friend Ty. Ty." And falls down the flight. She falls down the flight. Yeah. Like, it is over the top, but I still think it works.
Those parts didn't even really bother me that much. The shoe on the head.
But you didn't laugh.
I mean, they were okay. Don't put words in my mouth.
Did Emily laugh?
Did I say I didn't laugh? When did I say I didn't laugh?
You didn't say that.
Then why are you saying you didn't laugh?
If you didn't like it, and the goal is a laugh.
Listen, just because I don't like a character doesn't mean
or the actress
the performance from the actress.
The dearly departed.
It doesn't mean that I hated every second she was on film. It doesn't mean that I didn't find an iota of it entertaining. I'm just saying, as a whole, I think that they could have gotten rid of her and it would have been fine. But yeah, I chuckled a bit when she got hit in the head, and I didn't really laugh when she fell down the stairs, but I don't know. Actually, Emily, you know what's funny that you asked that question? Because I asked her at the end of the movie, I said, "Did you like it?" Because I was really curious. Yeah. And she's like, "Yeah." She goes, "I did. It was good. It was really good." And then she goes, "But the one,
finish it. Finish your lie. Finish
really
your lie.
The other girl." And I said, "Which one?" She goes,
"Which one? Ty?"
No,
is that
I
how you
said,
said
"Which
it?"
one?" And then she said, "I think her name was Ty."
Oh, Chris, the shame.
You want to call Emily right now?
Put her on speaker. And I will ask the questions.
Okay. All right, we're doing this. This is the first one.
We've never done this before.
I hope she answers the phone. All right, hold on.
I'll do a Peppa Pig. I'll just like hang up on her. Do you ever see that Peppa Pig thing?
Oh my God.
With the laughing. And the whistle. Okay,
yes.
Here we go. All right, here we go.
All right.
Speaker.
Hold on. Wait, why can't I call it from here? Can't I call it from here? What the hell's wrong with this thing?
Oh my God, Christina.
Oh, there it is. Okay, speaker's on.
All right, here we go. Let me talk.
All right. Let her know that we're
No.
recording.
Hi, 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, hi.
I've kidnapped your mother. No, I'm kidding.
No, he didn't.
Emily, it's Brian. You are live right now on the hit podcast, Old Roommates, the only podcast that revisits pop culture through a middle-aged lens. Can you handle it?
I think I can.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
We're talking about Clueless, and your mom said that you guys watched it together, and she asked you if you liked it, and that you allegedly said that...
Just tell him how you felt.
Did you like it, Emily?
It was good.
What was your least favorite aspect of the film?
It just it was a little long because I was tired, but
How are the characters? Did you love all the characters?
no, I hated the new girl. I forget her name.
Goodbye, Emily.
Thank you, Emily. We'll talk to you later.
Love you.
I love you too,
Thank you,
Baba.
Emily. Love you.
Love you.
Well,
There you
done. Bravo.
go.
Bravo.
Bravo. So I hope you're happy with
Yeah,
yourself.
you set up your daughter.
You probably woke her up.
You set... All right, fine. It worked for me. I do think her facial expressions were all kinds of crazy, only because I think Alicia Silverstone's were so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't even know.
And then I did like the whole setting up Mr. Hall and Miss Geist.
Yes.
That whole sidebar is so cute.
Yep.
And I love that it was like so that she could get a better grade, but it was also very sweet, and I liked the whole
the
the
squeal.
whole thing was really cute.
And her and Dion keep squealing
Oh my gosh.
behind the bushes, like, oh. When she, oh my God, there's a lot of funny things in this movie. When she's talking to Elton about Ty, and he's like, Ty? And she's like, what's wrong with Ty? He's like, don't you know who my father is? And she's like, ugh, you are a snob and a half. And he keeps making moves on her. So she gets out of the car and she's like, and she's like huffing and puffing. And she's like, and then he drives away. Because she tells him off. And she's like, get out of here. So he does. She's like, no, wait, where are you going?
Where are you going? Yeah, she said, where are you going?
When she gets held up at gunpoint, oh my
gosh.
God, it is so good.
It is very, very good. I know that there's some a little bit of controversy about her dating her stepbrother.
That's my big negative. I still
Yeah.
struggle with that. She's also a minor.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of that. I didn't really mind it that much, only because, the age thing bothered me. She was 16, correct?
She was turning.
So, all right,
16.
so she's 15.
Yeah.
But she was going to get her license.
She had her permit. And you kept saying 2 permits don't make 15. Isn't it 15 in 9 months? She was.
Because when she got home, he said, "Oh, congratulations on your license," and she's like, "I failed."
Oh yeah.
So I think she was going for a license. I think she was 16. I'm gonna say 16, but even so, it's not great.
Yeah. Well, she's not 18
because
right.
he is in college, correct?
Yes, and she's under 18, if they're doing anything, it's statutory.
They didn't do anything.
You know, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen.
You calling her a whore now?
Oh my God, how are we fighting over Clueless?
No, it's fine. But the whole thing is, they do say at the beginning that he is her, step brother.
Yeah.
But she also says, I haven't seen him in 5 years, and she said he's barely a stepbrother. She said something like that. You were barely married
to his mother.
Yeah.
And it was, and the divorce was 5. She's seen him. I don't think the last time we saw him was 5 years ago. The divorce was 5 years ago. So fine. The movie sets it up so like they're not super close, they're not blood and all that. But she's still young, and he should know. He should know better. And I'm sorry, his interest with her began when she walked down the stairs in the short dress. That's inappropriate.
That is a little inappropriate. But so, and we don't really know how old he is, right?
He's
We
in
know that
college,
he's in
so
college.
he's 18.
Yeah,
Youngest.
so he could
Youngest
be
is 18, we'll say.
18.
Yeah.
So that's it. Okay. Yeah. So there's a
But
little
it's
bit
not,
there.
it's not okay. When, what is, oh my God, I just said his name before. Donald's character's name?
Murray.
Murray. When Murray calls Christian a cake boy, oh my God, I loved it. I don't even know what it means.
I don't
I know
either,
it means he's
funny.
gay, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
Ty recanting her near-death experience is just such the funny timing because, like, Cher's like, they have to move down to let Cher in, so that's already like a bit of a diss.
Yes.
And then Ty's like, oh my God, so like, you don't even know? And like, when you die, like, okay, like right before you die, and then Cher goes, well, I know when I was held at gunpoint, and someone goes, excuse me, Cher. Go ahead, Ty. Oh my God, it is so effing funny. And when Ty says, well, actually, Amber and I were going to go to Melrose, and Amber goes, we're going to go to Melrose. And then they cut to Cher's face, and the face she gives Amber, I am telling you, they should
She's
teach
very good. Yeah, she's so good.
facial acting classes with Alicia
Yes.
Silverstone. So damn good.
So damn good. I don't have any notes, believe it or not.
What?
I
Not
know.
even you're a virgin who can't drive.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not untrue.
That was way harsh, Ty. Look.
That was harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I remember though.
She's only helped her.
Absolutely. And I remember being in the movie theater, and the biggest jolt to me was when she said, you have to help me get Josh. She's like, get Josh what? Like, I was as naive as Cher. I didn't even know what she meant. And she's like, well, you know, Josh, and the way he looks at me, and that was shocking.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I just love all that dialogue, too. And she's, like, trying to be very nice to Ty. Like, I mean...
Well, she's so innocent.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's ever not liked Cher.
Right. And believe it or not, actually, those are all... I think those are all
Oh my God,
notes.
you just basically berated me because I didn't have any notes, and you had literally one sentence left to say.
Yeah, because I don't... Wait, do you want? Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. You know, Julie Brown as the gym teacher.
Oh, yes.
When she's like,
Downtown.
Cher.
No, that's not
Earth
Julie
to... Yeah, it's the other
Brown.
one.
The other Julie Brown.
Cher. Earth to Cher. Come in, Cher. And Cher is talking to Dion and Amber, and she's just like, and you know she's not saying jack shit.
Right,
it's just
right.
it's just all ad-libbing and stuff. But the fact that I laughed out loud. The fact that the gym teacher is screaming so loud to get her attention, and she is not even paying attention, is so
She was
damn
funny. I liked her.
Thanks, Josh. I so need lessons from you on how to be cool. Tell me that part about Kenny G again. I totally forgot that fat was a word. P-H-A-T.
Oh, yeah.
People said that.
How
Budget.
about, do you love...
The Crimson Wave?
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny, yeah.
No, the... what does it say? Oh, do you like Billie Holiday? I love him.
Yeah.
I had to explain that.
Having a very Twin Peaks...
Like Billie Holiday's...
Oh, yeah. Having a very Twin Peaks experience. She says to Elton.
Yeah, it's a lot of funny.
So good. Obviously, so the budget here was $12 million. Box office was $56.6 million.
Okay.
It was a modest hit, but it has become a much bigger movie.
Yes.
Very influential and referential. It was inspired by Jane Austen's Emma.
Oh, right.
Funny because what's one of that is Gwyneth Paltrow and Reese Witherspoon auditioned for this.
Interesting.
And they both would go on. Gwyneth Paltrow went on to make Emma.
That's funny.
And Reese Witherspoon went on to make Legally Blonde.
Yes, and I love Legally Blonde. We should revisit. Oh, we can't revisit that. It's too new, I think.
It's too new. 2001. Christina, before we get to our match game and other questions, more, less, about the same.
I'm going to say, I think I'm going to say about the same for me. Because I still liked it. It was funny. It's just it's an easy movie.
Very easy
It's just
watch,
an easy movie to watch, easy movie to like. It's quick, and it's entertaining, and it moves at a pretty good pace.
Oh,
it's
completely.
It's cute. I like it. So yes, I liked it the same. I think.
Yeah.
What about you?
it's a very easy more. I know I recently
wow, and
said...
you loved it.
I know, and I did. And I recently said about Risky Business that it's like one of my favorite rewatches.
I know this is as well.
I think so. Is that bad? In the sense of, I didn't like Risky Business before, and I
well,
really
I
like
think that
it
makes
now.
a difference.
Yeah.
I think that makes a big difference. Like, liking a rewatch
That
of a
you
movie that you already
didn't
love
like,
is kind of
yeah.
easy. But liking a rewatch
You
of a movie
didn't
that
like.
you didn't really like, that's
It's rare.
saying something.
It's rare.
Yeah, it is rare.
But Alicia Silverstone on A Broken Record, oh my God. I think as many awards as she got, I don't even think it was enough. Because it's a much smarter performance as I'm older now to appreciate.
You should, just as a sidebar, you should look up her parenting philosophies.
Uh-oh.
Just as
Okay.
a little
All right.
sidebar.
Yeah, okay.
It's a little
Is this going to
entertaining.
make me, like, not like her?
Just-
No.
It's just interesting.
All right, I have a match game.
I also have a match
Do you
game.
want to go first?
I might as well, because last time
Oh.
I had a match game and you had a match game, you completely forgot that I had a match game. And you were like ready to close out the show without even listening to me. So I will go first.
All right.
Okay, so we all love Cher, but she didn't have the best intuition when it comes to dating.
Oh, no.
You know, her first crush was gay.
Yeah.
Her second crush was her brother.
Oh, God.
And her third crush, unfortunately, was blank.
I'm proud of this answer. Jane.
All right. Her first crush was gay. Her second crush was her brother. And her third crush, unfortunately, was...
Her teacher, Mr. Hall.
Oh, my God. I almost...
Really?
I
Because he's
almost
married now.
I almost wrote that. It was between
And she set
Mr.
them up.
Hall and married.
Oh! Well,
So it's kind
that's
of-
what I was
it's
getting at.
very
yeah.
similar, yeah.
Because she hooked them up, and then they got married, and now she's going to have an affair with them.
Yeah. And now she sees how attractive he is because he's like
Right.
in love.
So here we go.
Okay.
Mine is about Mr. Hall
Oh.
and Miss Geist.
Oh,
Christina, I'll try and do this in a clueless way.
okay.
Well, see, here's the 411, according to all the gals in the...
Oh, my God.
The teachers.
Should've practiced it.
I should have written it out. I didn't really write it well. All right. All right. Here's the 411. According to all the teachers in the teachers' lounge, things have only gotten stronger since Miss Geist and Mr. Hall got married.
Great.
Yeah. Well, Miss Geist used to have lipstick on her teeth, but now Mr. Hall has lipstick on his blank.
My.
There's a key part of this question, which is, according to the teachers in the teachers' lounge, things are still going strong. Ding! All right. Well, Miss Geist usually has lipstick on her teeth, but now Mr. Hall has lipstick on his...
Coffee cup?
I thought you were going to say this. Oh my God, that's good. No, I put neck. Because,
I almost said collar.
Yeah, or like at the top of his head. Like, would have been
Oh
cute.
my God,
But I
that'd
was
be
keeping
so
it
good.
clean because it's like the teacher's lounge. It would they'd have to be able to see it.
So I wish you had worded it a
How
little
dare
differently.
you?
So at the last part, instead of saying Mr. Hall's something, read the last part.
Instead of Miss Geist usually has lipstick on her teeth, but now it's Mr. Hall.
But
has,
now it's on blank. If you had just said, and now it's on blank, and I would have said Mr. Hall's teeth
Well,
instead of her teeth.
That's
Mr.
really
Hall's teeth.
cute. And thank you for Christina splaining.
You're welcome.
that question.
You're welcome. And it just reminded me of a really funny scene in Clueless when she was talking about the teachers in the teachers' lounge.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she stops. She goes, "Ooh, Snickers." Anyway, but that
good
was
stuff.
Clueless.
Good stuff. And that's it for us and for this episode of Old Roommates.
Thank you for listening. Please remember to follow us on Instagram or YouTube, where we have our episodes as well as a little extra.
And if you have any questions about our show, any suggestions for movies we could revisit, reach out to us at oldroommatespod@gmail.com.
Thanks again for listening.
This is Brian.
And this is Christina. Until next time.